So Michael, can I ask you about that? So you said that the therapies that you got, they're all getting it wrong. So I'd like to ask you about ABA therapy and speech therapy. What was your experience? Let's start with ABA. What was your experience with it and what are your thoughts about it?
Ready?
Now you try.
Okay.
I
P,
thought it
then ABA was a nightmare. P comes Y, then. And so was speech therapy. It's all wrong. When you know what we know now, it's all wrong. It's Michael could do certain things and couldn't do other things, and it just never made sense. You know, like when we found spelling and I started to learn about everything involved in it, the brain body disconnect, how speech and the brain are not connected, how it's a fine, but all of a sudden, can you believe this? And a mother with a kid with autism is saying it all makes sense now. This
Was he using Proloquo or any other devices?
Michael?
Yeah.
No, none of those worked for him, which is
Okay.
really interesting because we couldn't.
And could he type on a computer or no?
He can type 170 words a minute with no mistakes. If it's his scripts or if he's got something in front of him. But he can't type his higher level thought, like all these amazing things he spells on a daily basis that are beyond me.
There's the key. That's the key that a lot of parents need to learn right there.
And I didn't understand that at all. So yes, I mean, let's focus on that because that's huge. That tipped the scale for me because I've got a kid who does speak, who types beautifully, who can write, who can do even lower level math, you know, like algebra 1A, you know, he can find X with 2X equals 6, you know, like he can write it down and use his fine, write it down. Well, you should see what he can do when he's spelling in math. He talks too about finding his voice and finding spelling saved his life. He had spelled that for this podcast the other day. So he said, finding my voice through spelling literally saved my life. Having a way to communicate gave me the will to live because I had almost given up hope and had no reason to live. Fleeing the hell of living in a silent prison seemed like my only choice. It was a better option than living in a world that thought I was a moron. Only after I acquired reliable communication can I finally show the world how smart I am. So now I beg anyone who knows a non-speaking person to introduce them to spelling to communicate because it will save their life. To not help them is cruel and inhumane. Non-speaking people are going to find a way to end their suffering.